Good morning, Copper Basin. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2015. I'm Reed O'Neill with Cbtv News in 9. On today's show, we'll be talking about losing some fluoride. But for now, let's head over to the desk.
We need some action if we want to take our love away from here. We need a living passion to believe in, burning hearts and a brand new feeling. Action!
Hey guys, I'm Megan.
I'm Caroline, and on today's show we'll be talking about rides.
But first, let's head over to weather. Alexa, weather.
Currently, in Turtletown it's 49 degrees with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect rainy weather, with a high of 61 and a low of 42.
Alexa, thank you.
Don't mention it.
Well, let's head over to PSA.
I know everything about everything. I know what my friends are doing all the time. Seriously, I know almost everything because I pay attention. Well, most of the time. I know about cars and driving and what it takes to drive safely.
Right, but it doesn't hurt to review what you already know.
I know what I need before I get in the car. My keys, my phone, my wallet or bag. I know to adjust my seat and check my mirrors and put on my seatbelt and lock the doors before I take off.
Did you know 10% of high school students report rarely or never wearing seatbelts when riding with someone else?
Wear your seatbelt, guys. Always.
Yes. That was lovely, PSA.
It was. Well, let's head over to sports with Megan.
Hey guys, our next baseball game is the 30th at home against Murphy at 5 o'clock, so don't forget to come out and support your Cougars. Now that's all for sports. Let's head over to lunch.
Today's lunch in line 1 is hamburger steak, oven roasted potatoes, roll, fruit and milk. Line 2 is chicken fajita, nachos, salad, black beans, fruit and milk. Tomorrow's breakfast in line 1 is apple or cherry Frito with fruit juice and milk, and in line 2 is grape escape parfait with fruit juice and milk, and that's all for lunch.
I got bills I gotta pay, so I'm gonna work every day. I got mouths I gotta feed, so I'm gonna make sure everybody eats. I got bills.
The conscientious issue of marriage for same-sex couples comes to the U.S. Supreme Court on last Tuesday, the first big legal showdown of its kind since laws against interracial marriage were struck down almost 50 years ago. The court has set aside the unusually long time for courtroom argument, 2.5 hours, and will release an audio recording later in the day. The people, not the courts, have the right to define marriage, he said, but advocates for same-sex couples say the courts must step in when fundamental rights are in jeopardy.
Nationwide, popular sentiment is on the side of the gay couples, with a clear majority of Americans supporting same-sex marriage rights, 59% in the latest NBC News and / Wall Street Journal poll. A total of 36 states now permit it, but in 25 of them, the outcomes were determined by judges, not by legislators or voters. A total of 17 states have filed friend of court briefs arguing that they, not the federal courts, should determine who can marry whom. 19 other states are arguing the Supreme Court to declare the state bans unconstitutional. Those states argue that preserving traditional marriage promotes family stability and encourages opposite-sex couples who can produce children to get married. But gay right advocates say allowing same-sex couples to marry would also have no effect on the appeal of marriage to others.
Well, that's interesting.
Let's hope it passes.
Okay, U.S. history pilot test is the 30th.
There are no birthdays today. And our Noism fact for today is Canada is the northern United States.
Apparently.
Just ask Noah Bledsoe. He'll fill your whole mind up with this stuff.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Kanye. Kanye who? Kanye believe it? I tell jokes too.
That's better than Joke Dog. Oh, no offense. Y'all need to hook up.
Okay, so a few days after her husband's death, a grieving widow accidentally receives an email from a man waiting for his wife in Miami. The email reads, "Dearest wife, just got checked in. Everything's prepared for your arrival tomorrow. P.S. Sure is hot down here."
Ooh, ours was better. Just saying.
Let's go to a sponsor ad.
Contact the Cleveland Police Department. Welding is a great profession. Where would we be without the people who play such a big part in constructing our buildings and bridges? Well, in this week's School Patrol report, you'll meet some championship welders from Ray County High School who have some lucrative jobs awaiting them when they graduate. Channel 3's David Carroll has this story.
Every day, sparks fly in Ryan Blackstone's welding class at Ray County High School. Blackstone is a graduate of this program, and 15 years later, he's back at his alma mater, leading a group of award-winning, certified student welders.
He's the best teacher I've ever had.
What makes him good?
He's always willing to help, just no matter what it is, he'll help you.
Does he know what he's doing?
Yes.
Once considered a low priority in high schools, career and technical education is now a source of pride at Ray County High, and why not? 17 of these students recently earned their certification, which will give them a big boost as they enter the workforce.
You walk in for a job interview and they say, "Can you weld?" and you say yes. But if you've got that card, that is a validation of what your skills are, and that puts you right to the top of the list.
As for equal opportunity, look at Sharita Talent. She's Ray County's first certified female welder. She does everything the boys do and takes pride in her patience and precision in wire-fed welding.
It's tedious, time-consuming, very time-consuming, and hand-eye coordination. That's where women excel in welding.
What do the other girls at school think?
Because most girls are too scared to get their pretty little faces dirty or hands dirty, want nails done. I've always been a tomboy. I don't really care about all that.
And before you think that welding is just a class for students who cannot handle the traditional textbooks, there's this.
It definitely ain't that way. We have to be passing all our classes with good grades to even be able to come down here and do what we do.
That was David Carroll reporting. Ray County officials say the student certifications wouldn't have been possible without donations from the community to cover the cost of the testing. They also credit 3 Chattanooga businesses, Hectic Commercial Metals, and Alstom for supporting the class with supplies. Well, it's the opening weekend of...
Thanks, guys. That was a very informational PSA here in our local area. And for other news, the government is lowering the recommended amount of fluoride added to drinking water for the first time in more than 50 years. Some people are getting too much fluoride because it's also now put in toothpaste and mouthwash. Too much fluoride has become a common cause of white splotches on teeth in children. Fluoride is a mineral found in water and soil. About 70 years ago, scientists discovered that people whose drinking water naturally had more fluoride also had fewer calories. Since 1962, the government has been advising water systems to add fluoride to a level of 0.7 parts per million for warmer climates where people drink more water, to 1.2 parts per million in cooler areas. The new standard is 0.7 everywhere. Well, that's all the news we have here for today. I'm Reed O'Neill with CBTV News at 9, signing off.